TV, and we have some very, very special guests in the building. We have the gentlemen from GreenWood Whiskey. And I have my co-host, Miss Kiera, joining me today. So again, thank you so much for joining. So gentlemen, let's go down the row and tell us who you are and where you're from.
Okay, yeah, so I'm Sean, aka Stu. From the South Side, so Atlanta. Yeah, that's me.
Been here all your life?
Most of it.
Most of it?
Yeah, majority.
So where you originally from?
So my dad was in the Army, so I moved a lot.
Right?
Yeah, so but I'm from Dallas, but I've been here forever, so I'm from Atlanta too.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, they say if you done been here for 10 years, then you.
Oh yeah, so I'm locked in. Yeah, I'm locked in.
That's what happens. So my story is a little similar. My name is COKOLYNN, but everybody calls me KG. I'm originally from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, not like Pittsburgh.
Okay,
yeah, right. Your mom was born in Pittsburgh?
Yeah, I'm a Steelers fan.
Okay.
We played today.
No, we're not going to talk about it. We have a diehard Cowboy fans.
Here we go.
Who's Cowboy fan too?
I am.
Oh, you are?
Who's starting?
See, it was already case. She was trying to move down there.
It was meant to be right. Locked in.
Y'all can share in each other's pain.
You're right. The disappointment.
Right.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But like and I'm kind of from Atlanta because I've been here a long time. Like we went to school together.
Kind of, you are.
Yeah. So I've been here a long time on the South Side. So yeah.
My name is Badi. I go by B. From Southside. Like I said, we all went to school together and stuff like that. I'm a military veteran, 22 years and 10 months.
Okay. Thank you for your services.
Hey, appreciate it. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your support. And I'm glad to be here. I appreciate you having us and stuff like that. So I hope y'all enjoy the experience of tasting whiskey, which y'all already tasted before.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna get into this thing.
All right. So tell us about the whiskey, the when, the what, the how, and where it came from.
Okay, so I guess we can start with the when and the why.
Okay.
Right? So we started the brand roughly 5 years ago. It's been on shelves since November 2020, middle of the pandemic, right? But I guess the why, the important piece, we were in a space where all of us were doing different things in our life, successful careers. He was military, he's been in IT, been in tech, I was in real estate and finance. But it got to a space where I woke up one day and realized that I still don't know what I want to be when I grow up. Like I'm working this job, I'm sitting in Atlanta traffic for an hour and a half each way, going to an office and I don't enjoy it, right? And just sitting there. So I made the decision. It was like, all right, we got to do something we're actually passionate about, something that we enjoy, something that hits home. And one of those things, we're thinking it's like, all right, we smoke cigars and we drink whiskey. All right, it's like, all right, let's start a whiskey business. How hard can it be? Quickly found out that it's super hard, right? And especially when you look at, because in the city of Atlanta, like it came from, we go to black-owned restaurants, black-owned bars, you see black wait staff, general management, but when you look behind the bar, we weren't represented there.
Right.
So it was like there's an audience that's not being spoken to in an authentic manner from our perspective. So it was like, this is a great opportunity for us to do it. And that's where it started. Once we started it, we named it GreenWood for a reason. So we named it GreenWood to pay homage to the GreenWood district in Tulsa, Oklahoma, which in the early 1900s was home to Black Wall Street, right? So this is the largest concentration of black-owned businesses in the entire U.S. during a time frame when we didn't have any rights, when we had each other and we had community and we had economy and we built that. So those entrepreneurs that came before us that did something that special in 1906, man, it's 2020. I can't start a whiskey brand. I was like, all right, so we're going to do that. So we're going to pay homage to them. And for us, it wanted to be a full circle moment. So a portion of our proceeds go towards nonprofits that also invest in underserved communities, specifically around entrepreneurship and education.
Nice.
So that was the when and the why. And like I said, during the pandemic, it sounded like a great idea.
Right. Yeah. So how hard was it getting started? Because like you said, you come up with this idea, you think it's going to be easy, but there's a lot of work that is involved in it, and not only work, money, investments.
Absolutely. So, and sometimes ignorance is bliss. Like there's power in not having all the information. Because of that, every step of the way, I felt we were closer to what we really were. Looking back, right? So I was like, okay. During the process, we didn't build a distillery. We had to find a partner to produce the product with us, right? Find a distillery to partner with us, and literally, like, we've called hundreds of distilleries, pitched the idea, told them the brand, told them what we were interested in doing, and everybody said no, right? Until you found one, right? I was like, all right, the one. So, we had to talk to hundreds of other people to find one that was willing to do it. So, like, that was a challenge within itself. And once we got that, we was like, all right, we're good. We got a distillery partner. We're good to go. But then we had to go through the legal process, right? Because it's highly regulated. It's alcohol. It's kind of like tobacco. You got federal laws.
Right.
You got state laws. You got local, county, municipality, city. So it was a highly regulated industry. But we learned along the way. And our thing, like, one of our pillars is resilience. And we were just resilient and just kept knocking on doors, kept telling the story, and we understood there's a market for it, there's an audience that's going to enjoy, like, our product. As soon as we get it to market, all we got to do is get it on the shelves, right? So it literally took us 2.5 years just to get it on the shelves.
But when we did do that, like, we was in Camp Creek, and we sold out in, 2 hours?
Yeah.
Like, we had our bottles at Camp Creek, and it was just from, like, word of mouth type of stuff. That it wasn't like big social media, thing going on at the time. And I was still in Oklahoma City. I was still in the military, trying to retire and stuff like that. And he came out too. I think one of the first bottles we sold was in Oklahoma City.
Yeah, the first bottle we sold was in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Right. So we wanted to be true to the brand and true to, like, our message. Yeah. So, and from there, it's just kind of like V was saying, it's like the support has just been tremendous, in the community. So, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the community, it wasn't for people that understood our mission, understand the goal, and supported us. And that's something we won't forget.
Absolutely.
And so, like, with you guys, like, pitching or putting out there a successful top shelf whiskey, right? And it's 3 of you. How did y'all, figure out what role? Because I know y'all probably play all roles, but, like, to do this together, like, how did y'all balance, like, working together and making sure you do this part and this part? You know what I mean? Because a lot of times with partnerships, that's where people get the hiccup. Like, well, we gotta figure out what can I focus on. How could you do so many steps to get here?
Well, it's 7 of us. It's seven of us. So we like a Wu-Tang of whiskey.
Okay, just talk about Wu-Tang.
So, like, and everybody plays their part. It's not like we all come together and, we make this thing successful. So this person might be good at this and this person might be good at that, and we come together collectively and we try to be successful. So I apologize that the rest of them couldn't be here, but we have other things we got going on. One is in North Carolina, another one's doing a golf tournament now in Charlottesville. So we always doing different things, and everybody comes from a different background, to where we all put in what we are good at. And as a CEO, he navigates to where, like, hey, I need you to do this, I need you to do this, I need you to be here, be there. And he puts us in positions where we all can be successful, to where we can bring GreenWood up to a point where everybody knows about us. Right. And we're still trying to learn different tactics to be, like, I was a recruiter in the Army before I retired. So I know a little bit about the market share and all different things like that, how to talk to people and stuff like that. Stu was in IT, so he knows a lot about the part as far as, like, social media and things like that. One of our other business partners, he's a lawyer, so he knows about the legal parts of all the aspects. So it's like everybody's come together and they just, kind of do their part, and we try to make this thing work.
Right, and it is working. So yes,
thank you.
Appreciate it.
And who we missing? Let's get him a shout out.
Right, the other.
So we're missing Che Bailey, James Roach, Greg Rush, and Sheldon John Harris.
Okay.
So we're deep. So this is just part of it.
I love it. When they need to come together.
And I know we've supposed to been doing this for a long time. I told you, like, it's hard to get us all together.
Yes, but
we always everybody's doing. It's rare that you see us all together. And when we are all together, it's always a great time, and we make things work and make magic.
That's awesome. Shoot, I'm happy just to have the 3 of you, because like you said, when you're dealing with a group individuals working together, it is hard to get everybody together because everybody's doing their own thing. So I appreciate you guys for coming out and being with us today because y'all got a great thing going on, and just to see Black men coming together is just an amazing thing itself, because that's something that our culture needs to do more, is come together, because we would have so much and be able to just take over.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
You know, it's funny that you said that, right? So, like you said, all of us known each other for a long time. Like, we still see people all the time that be like, dang, y'all still hang together. Like, literally, when my dad was in the Army, like I said, when we moved here to the South Side, these are the first two people I met, and that was in 92.
Wow.
92.
So, for us to still be doing
Yeah.
everything together, like, you know, it's amazing.
So do everybody smoke cigars?
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody smoke.
We smoke.
Yeah, besides James, like we got one.
Yeah.
One that smoke. Everybody else.
So we got James that don't smoke, and then I really play with mine, but I smoke them. I just ain't gonna never finish mine, but yeah.
Because it is a good combination with the whiskey and the cigars.
It's like peanut butter and jelly, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And then for us, like that was a lot of part of our business plan, like when we came to market too, because we were already in the cigar lounges just as a patron, just there kicking it in, you know, and building relationships. So when we dropped the whiskey, that's the first place we went. Like in some of our earlier iterations too, like we'll take it to the cigar lounge and be like, all right, y'all try this, let me know what y'all think. Right? So it's like we had our own focus group built in that could help us when we finalize a product and decide to come to market. So yeah. So the cigar culture definitely has benefited us.
And what kind of moves? So it's 3 different flavors here, and I
Yes.
have tasted. I remember I did like one was like my favorite. It was the one that was the sweeter one. Yeah. So what move does each flavor kind of put people in? When we get the whiskey, what are people feeling with these flavors?
So I personally believe there's no wrong way to drink whiskey. So we're not like the whiskey snob. You gotta have it. Nah. However you want to drink it, pour it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and like I don't think there's a bad time to drink whiskey either, you know?
Right.
So, but what we have here, like our original, this is our small batch rye. So, but this label, it's a special edition, our HBCU homecoming label.
Awesome.
Right? So we did a label dedicated to HBCU homecoming.
That's nice.
And we also utilize it as part of our homecoming tour. So we do an HBCU homecoming tour every year. We go to 6, 7 universities, partner with the alumni, give back and have a good time, tailgate, do functions. So
That's awesome.
yeah.
And we did some with Jackson State.
As well. This year we did an exclusive bottle with Jackson
Jackson
State as well. So we got some things cooking. But the rye itself, so when we look at rye, a lot of people hear rye and they're like, oh, I don't do rye because it's spicy, it's peppery. So because when we refer to rye, just I guess for the listeners, rye is like the same rye that goes in rye bread. It's like it's grainy, right? So a rye is known to be a little spicy, a little peppery. So what we did, we balanced that out with corn. So it's 51% rye, and then it's 44% corn, and the rest malted barley. So that way, it takes some of the spiciness off, and the corn gives you some sweetness. Yeah. So this one, like, it goes great in an old fashioned, or you do a Manhattan, something like that.
Okay.
Like this is the perfect cocktail, the perfect one to use in that type of cocktail. And you also could drink it like on the rocks, right? So the goal was to have something versatile enough to where you could drink it on the rocks for our cigar smokers, but you also could put it in a cocktail and then not like overpower the cocktail. Where it's not,
We get a margarita with it too.
You made us some margarita.
Yeah.
Yes, that's when it's coming back. You made
Yeah.
us some margarita with it.
Yep. And
It was really good.
It really was.
Yeah.
Yes.
that's one of our popular kind of summer, spring type drinks. Yeah, cocktails and margarita, extremely popular. And the one in the middle, this is our GreenWood celebration. So this one is completely different from the rye. This is a caramel flavored whiskey.
That's one you got.
So yeah,
Sounds about right. 'Cause
Yes.
Yeah.
Caramel is my favorite flavor.
it's a lot of people's favorite. So it comes in at like 70 proof, and it's real. It's whiskey first and caramel. But some flavored like whiskeys, all you taste is flavor and no whiskey.
Yeah.
So I think you've done a great job of balancing that. You're gonna have the caramel and you're gonna have the whiskey in this, and this is good cold, like by itself, just on some ice, or some great cocktails. If you do like a mule,
Okay.
which generally has vodka in it. So our GreenWood mule, we use this instead. So you're gonna have some ginger, some simple syrup, and caramel.
And I put in my coffee a little bit. I put about 2 shots in my coffee sometimes.
Okay.
Throw it in your coffee, the whole
Caramel.
Right, the caramel flavor.
Caramel flavor is definitely gonna stand out. And we even do have a couple of drinks we do it with Angry Orchard. I'm trying to say but the apple apple beers, apple ciders. Yeah.
Okay.
So a couple cocktails with apple ciders. It runs the gamut. On our website we got a whole list of cocktails we do with that. But this is one, especially like in the summer and spring, like it's through the roof. Like people are loving the celebration. And this one kind of came about because of us just listening to the community, listening to our customers, right? And it was like, hey, we would love it. Y'all got something sweet? Y'all got something flavored? I was like, we don't, but we could get in a lab.
Yeah.
And
I was against it at first.
yeah.
Because I don't like sweet drinks.
You don't like
No, I don't like sweet drink. And KG, he likes sweet mixed drinks.
Yeah.
But when we came up with the mix, I fell in love with it and stuff like that. So like I drink it straight. Everything I drink straight. So I don't really mix mine with anything. And like with this, it doesn't have the sugar that most people have and the other liquors and stuff like that. So you're not gonna have a hangover the next day. And
Right.
stuff like
Right.
that. So that's where the hangovers come from, is from that sugar. And stuff like that. So
Okay.
you can see and drink those, and the thing is, it sneaks up on you a little bit, but it's a great smooth drink though.
Okay.
And bringing us in, this is our 100 proof. So it's a ride. This one got some punch.
That's the one
So-
for my 7-year-old dad.
Yeah. Exactly. That's the one that you put this with in a glass, and that's all you need.
Yeah, okay,
That's all you need.
right.
Stay with that in a glass. So yeah. So but we got something for everybody.
Yeah. And most whiskey drinkers love the 1906. I mean, they love it once they taste it. It still doesn't have that bite to it, to where like your grandfather had that old whiskey in the cabinet and stuff, and you snuck and took a sip of it. You're like,
Right.
But this doesn't have that type of bite to it. It's still a smooth whiskey, and we can't keep it on the shelf.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
All the cigar smokers, like I said,
Yeah.
this is what they
That's
go
the
to.
thing.
They
Balance it as well.
Yeah.
So
Since so
So
many people has been liking the celebration, have you guys thought about doing another sweet?
you know what? We haven't yet.
Yeah.
We haven't yet. We kind of maybe batted some ideas around. Like we listening to like the consumers, but we haven't like put anything in motion yet. We actually have a bourbon that's coming out that's launching September 1.
Because we feel like if you put too many flavors out, like you lose the original crowd of what you're trying to, trying to capture as whiskey drinkers, and our things like we want to make sure we keep that foundation of the fans and the people that love what we do as far as the whiskey and stuff like that they have that whiskey base, because like I said, sometimes you get certain drinks and it takes away, if it's too flavorful,
Right.
or it's too strong.
Too strong, yeah.
So we try to keep it, in between to where we can satisfy everybody's taste buds.
Nice.
So and it's the GreenWood is a celebration whiskey. So like we think there's always something to celebrate. We got up this morning, we celebrating that.
Yes.
Yes, you are.
You still got a job, we celebrating that in this climate.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's so when you ask about the occasion is a celebration. And like I said, that's a daily thing.
It is.
So with that being said, we're gonna try some. We're gonna go. We're gonna try some celebration.
Yes. Now, mind you, this is really good because when we first tried it, all of them we tried as a cocktail. So this will be our first time trying straight up. Yes. So now we'll be able to actually taste the actual flavor. Yes.
We're gonna go in this order.
We want to try the first one first.
Yeah.
And so the 1906 comes from, that's when GreenWood was founded. So that's why we came up with the date 1906.
Okay.
A lot of alphas, that's when Alphas was founded. So they levitate to it. And the color, we did not do this on purpose. Like we just came up with the color and things like that. And they like, man, y'all made up our fudge, huh?
Right,
Like,
right.
No, 1906 is when, GreenWood was actually founded. And the thing too, I tell people like, we do sell whiskey and we're doing, other things, but we're selling knowledge too, because a lot of people didn't know about GreenWood.
I didn't know the particular name. I heard about but I didn't.
A lot of people don't know about it. They didn't know about those things. And it was crazy, like I said, when we started, I was actually stationed in Oklahoma, and I knew people that was actually from there, and they did not know about Black Wall Street. They didn't know. They was natives of Oklahoma.
Wow.
And was oblivious with what happened in Tulsa.
Mm-hmm.
And and we have a partnership in Black Wall Street that we go, for the last 3-4 years we go back and do Juneteenth with them and celebrate with them and stuff like that. And Stu was down in Galveston, Texas, this past year. So we do a lot of things in the community to try to put our brand out there, but also to show the community and young men and women that, hey, this is something that you can come up with. Because when I'm usually out and we talk to people, they're like, oh, you own your own whiskey? Like, yeah, a black man can own their own, you can have your own. And the younger men and young women, they be like surprised about it.
Mm-hmm. And it's definitely inspiring and to motivate people as well. And if you guys have not watched the Wall Street story, like go on YouTube and do your research. I mean, it's an amazing story. Like you will be surprised at what our people accomplished back then.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're gonna do this taste.
Yeah,
we're doing a lot of taste.
Yes.
No crazy faces. But y'all gonna love it though.
Yeah.
So what you think?
She
You gotta let it hit the palate a little bit.
No, it's done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, there's no wrong way to try it. Now, some people will say, you can nose it, yes. You can rinse it around in your mouth, yes. Or you could just drink.
I definitely taste the balance.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely taste the balance. And you can drink this straight.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, over ice. You really don't need a mixture because it has that good balance to it. I like it.
So it if you're not really a whiskey drinker when you first initially taste it, it might burn a little bit, but that second one is what's gonna get you and it's gonna mellow out. It's not gonna burn as much as another type of whiskey that you might have and things like that. So
This is smooth.
It's smooth.
It takes me a while. It's for the other kind. Like it takes me a while to swallow. See how I was like I was a little hesitant, but then it went down. Yeah, this is smooth. Yeah. Oh, let me finish it.
you gotta get everything.
Yeah. Well, y'all had left some of y'all cup, and I said, I was like, hold on, it did taste. I had it. It's like me. Okay. Yes. So this is the caramel.
This is the caramel.
And you can smell it right on the
smell
nose.
it. Yes, you can smell it.
Even though
This
like
is the one I think I fell in love with.
So
it is.
we say it's a summer drink too. But just think about when the holidays come up, late fall, things like that, and the pumpkin spice and all that stuff like that. This goes great, sitting around with family members. Thanksgiving, we can't keep it on the shelf during Thanksgiving, Christmas and stuff like that. Everybody wants to grab the celebration just because of the smell. It puts you in that mood of a holiday.
It do. It really
stuff like
do.
that. So here we go. Cheers.
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 Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh my
This tastes like what's not better than Starbucks. I get the caramel frappuccino. That's my favorite drink. This is in Starbucks neighborhood, y'all.
And like I said, just, imagine you making that coffee in the morning. You got family in town or y'all somewhere, and you got family, you bring out a bottle of this, put a shot or two in there. I ain't trying to get people drunk, but one time. But it has that vibe that it puts you into. My father, he loves drinking this, and he puts like 2 shots in his coffee like every other day.
But they say when you have a cold, how your grandma used to say, go take some shots. It'll knock you right in.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
so he never missed a day of school. Right there. So my aunt used to give him whiskey, what was called it? High tide.
Yeah,
High tide.
Yes.
My grandmother used to give me those high tides.
And you would use this,
knock it right out.
And I would knock that cold right out.
It will.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you said he never missed a day.
He exaggerated.
Somebody missed one too. He didn't get no day.
I was a good student.
I have a call. I don't want to go to school.
Yeah, I love this. And again,
Look, if Greg was here, he would be trying to shout out. It's about to be cool. He put that in his eggnog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
So instead of Henry.
So it just goes with everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything.
give G his shout out.
We're gonna keep
So
going.
this is the one that I'm gonna prepare myself for this.
Prepare
one, because I
yourself.
know
Yeah.
And
That's the way, you know, how Martin used to was on the
Texas.
episode.
And watch. This may surprise you.
Wait, it's
It doesn't
It's
smell
gonna- it's
too
gonna-
strong.
it's
Yeah, like it's not strong though.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna surprise me.
It's real smooth. Yeah.
And like I said, we cannot keep this on the shelf. Like it goes off the shelf so fast.
So it blends really well with the cigars
Yes.
for the cigar smokers because they have the
Yeah.
taste they're looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And this
love,
one,
I love it that all the flavors are
They're
so
also
smooth.
different. I see the
Yeah.
difference. I see
You
the
see-
difference.
Yeah,
really
and
good.
they're smooth.
Yeah.
I love the smoothness.
Yeah.
and this one is aged 7 years in charred American oak barrels. So,
What does that mean?
this is,
Because I mean,
so
you
it's six. Yeah, that's a great question, right?
Yeah, 'cause, yeah.
So, like when we talk about like whiskey, what makes whiskey different is the aging process. So, like when whiskey comes off of still, it's white. It's clear like vodka.
Yeah.
So what happens is that we put it in wooden barrels and you let it sit. And the wood from the barrel soaks into the liquid and it begins to take on that color, the brown color.
Oh,
Right.
See?
So, and some of it, but there's what they call like the devil's portions. I don't know who made it up, but like it evaporates. There's a portion that evaporates. So like what you put in the barrel, the liquor, like it's usually a little bit less. We call it that's the devil's cut. You know what I'm saying? That evaporates.
Oh, got you. Yeah.
So, but that's where the color comes from. So it comes from the fact that it's in the barrel. So this one looks darker. It's sat the longest in the barrel.
Okay.
And the crazy thing about it, like all of us have barrels in our house. You know, like our other business partner Sheldon, his wife will take them and she'll color them and put the GreenWood whiskey on them. Like I have about that much in my barrel at the house, sitting in one of my rooms.
Yeah.
And we sometimes we'll get them and we'll pull the rest of it out.
Yeah.
And we'll put it in a jar and it's like about 100.
Yeah, that's the barrel one. So
120,
About
120, 130.
yeah, so it comes out the barrel at 130 proof.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
This is
we
cool.
proof
need
it
some visuals
down.
of this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
So how do you proof it down?
So it goes through like through part of the distilling process. You know, you have to mix it. It's like a lot of chemistry and stuff, but you mix it kind of like you cooking. And you mix it down and you add, filtered water and so forth, and then you proof it down. You got to keep measuring it to get to that 100 proof on this one,
Yeah.
70 on this one. So yeah, it's a whole experience.
At the house.
And that's some of the things that makes whiskey like unique within itself.
Right. No.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And that's 170, right?
84.
Okay, 84. Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Cheers.
Y'all can put
Back at it.
out of this interview.
Y'all listen out.
Okay.
Yeah.
She was scared.
Even though
She was scared, but it was
It
smooth.
was smooth.
I tried to get y'all really
Yeah, she was
upset.
She was like,
This is the
honey proof?
This
She
is
was
the only whiskey that I could, because I remember I had seriously, I'm a tequila drinker.
Oh, yeah.
Overall,
Yeah.
this is smooth, y'all. I'm not just saying that. This is
it's very smooth.
Yes.
Now see, I drink whiskey.
Yeah.
So like literally each and every one of them is smooth. I was like, oh my god, this part about to be real strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's smooth too. It's definitely smooth. I love it because again, when people think of whiskey, they think, oh my god, it's one.
Yeah, put hair on my chest.
Yeah.
That's everybody tell us.
I can't do it.
Like, yo,
like, I drink GreenWood whiskey. That's the only
Right.
whiskey I drink.
everybody tell us.
Yeah.
So if you looking for a whiskey
Yeah.
that's smooth, all three of them are definitely smooth.
Yes, definitely.
And they have a good flavor too. Like all of them have a good flavor. It's like even though this one is the 100 proof, it still has a nice
Oh, yeah.
flavor to it. It goes down smooth.
Not just alcohol.
And I'm gonna just put y'all two on a little game, right? Y'all had all three. So when
I already know what he gonna say.
normally I put all three together and I call it the trifecta. So y'all had
Oh.
Yeah,
We
we
got the
trifecta.
trifecta.
We got the
Right.
trifecta.
I think I feel it in the It's the one.
Yeah.
And that's the good thing about alcohol. It's like you can kind of play with it,
Oh,
and
yeah.
mix and mix different things and see what it tastes good with. Just like you said, with the coffee, eggnog, different things, the margaritas. Like you can mix and.
So the
Ginger ale.
the cool thing is like,
ginger beer.
like he said, he don't really like to mix no drinks, right?
Yeah.
Me and him, like I said, we was, like I said, I met him in high school. We was college roommates. We was after college roommates.
Oh,
like
wow.
we
So y'all
we
know
gonna
how
mix
to
drinks
drink.
and we gonna let's try this. Oh, so and so got a new juice. Let's try this. Like so, we that's what we do. So it's like he said, it's no wrong way to drink it. Like matter of fact, something simple, right? He said ginger ale. Me with these two, not so much with this one. With these two, lemonade.
Yeah. Simply lemonade.
Simply lemonade.
Yeah.
Easy.
I just remind you.
And like you said, the ginger beer. I love
Yeah,
ginger
ginger
beer, so
beer.
I
Ginger
can
beer.
definitely.
Yeah.
So that's why I love his partner Greg. He likes
He the ginger beer man.
Yeah, he's a ginger beer man.
Man, make sure you get some ginger beer.
And the reason that's important is because, like you mentioned, most people who don't drink whiskey think I was gonna put hair on my chest and you gotta drink it straight.
Right.
No, like that's not the truth at all. There's literally no wrong way. It goes great in cocktails. 1 or 2 ingredients, or if you want to get fancy and do 4 or 5 ingredients, you can do it, right?
Yeah.
And it'll still give you something different than, let's say, a vodka or anything else.
Right.
You know?
My first experience drinking whiskey was an old fashioned.
Yeah,
You know,
old fashioned's a go-to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I was just like, okay, I got the sweet and the bitter, and it tasted really good.
Beers.
Yeah. But you're right. A lot of people, they automatically think that it's gonna put the hair on the chest, and they're like, I don't want to mess around with the whiskey.
We
but
hear that so much. Like,
Yeah.
so much.
And it's like we're trying to make it like people think whiskey is a old person's drink. It's not an old person's drink.
No.
Like, man, I drink whiskey. No, like we making it cool.
Yeah,
like,
it's cool again. Yeah.
It's cool to drink whiskey and have a conversation. Because this goes back to why we started the business at the beginning. Because you sit around, you talk to people, you drink libations, you're doing something. So when KG came to me and was like, man, I'm thinking about doing this, whatever, or you being, I'm like, man, of course. Because when I would come on a visit, that's what we did. We would drink.
Yeah.
We all get together, family,
Socialize,
get together, you
yeah.
socialize.
Yeah.
So this is a conversation starter. So like you pull out a bottle of GreenWood whiskey and nobody knew about it. Like, what is this? He said it's a black-owned whiskey. These guys are from the South. They from here, boom, boom. This is what they're doing. This is the history behind it. So it's a conversation starter where it's gonna go on to the next generation, to what people see, and that's what we're trying to do, is leave a mark to say, hey, we started this. 50 years from now, GreenWood is still on the shelf. These are young men that came out with a product that they wanted to show America that, hey, this is what we're doing. This is what we're putting our mark on, and we can compete with the big names. Because we have did tastings with big name labels, and I'm not gonna call them out. But and we have won, like, to where like we will do samples with certain brands and they will pick ours. Over
Not
that.
knowing which
Not
brand.
knowing.
Yes, yeah.
And it's a name. And that's what it is. People drink because of the name.
Yeah.
And then they taste good quality. So, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to leave our mark.
Yeah. One thing that, especially me being in the marketing and advertisement field for years, one thing I love about you guys is that you actually get out there and promote your product.
We everywhere.
Y'all everywhere. Like, really,
we gonna party.
I love that, because I'm old school, so I believe your network is your network.
Right,
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Yes.
and for people to actually be able to meet you, taste it, and just hear
And-
the story
yeah.
and know what it's about, that engagement.
And that's the thing too. We look at it because, like, we're gonna be, like I said, once again, I'm not putting all the names out there, but like you're not gonna see those people out there.
No.
You're gonna see representatives, but
Not
you're
at
seeing the
all.
owners that's
You
gonna
seeing
actually
them-
be out there.
exactly.
And we're gonna come out and party. I don't care where you in, Alabama, Florida, and we go everywhere. St. Louis, Virginia, Texas. We go everywhere.
And that's literally how we met.
Absolutely.
I was having our normal happy hour meet up, catching up,
And y'all was out promoting. And I love that.
And that's not gonna change. That's not gonna change. Like, even 10 years from now, we still be out there. If GreenWood in the building, we gonna be
Somebody
there.
gonna be there.
Somebody gonna be there.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna be there.
And that's important, right? Because, like you said, differentiate ourselves from the other big brands who've been around for hundreds of years, who spends millions of dollars in one city to market and promote their brand.
Yeah.
But like, there's nothing that's equivalent to pressing the flesh, right? It's nothing equivalent to having somebody out there having a conversation with somebody who actually done it. So that's what we're all about, you know, and kind of inspire others as well. Like, you know, if a bunch of guys who had no food and beverage, consumer goods experience, like, yo, you could do it. Trust me, you could do anything else too.
Right.
Like, you know.
Yeah.
So that's part of what we're doing when we're out moving about.
So someone that's out there that wants to start their own brand when it comes to whether it's wine, liquor, whiskey, whatever, what would be their first step? What would you tell them to get started?
Yeah, so the first step would be to, one, understand the consumer.
Yeah.
Like, understand who's gonna be like your target audience, because the reality of it, there's thousands of brands, right, vying for that same consumer. Now, if you understand like what's your niche, who your consumer will be, then you can approach it in a little different way. From like, okay, so this is how I would talk to this consumer, because I know this is where they shop, this is where they gather, this are their habits. So I think that's the important thing, is understanding your niche and your market, because you can't be everything to everybody. Right.
Wow. And I also think that, you know, you have to have that why you're doing it. Like, we're doing something where we enjoy doing it. You know, we get together in fellowship. We have a good time when we go out. You know, putting our brand out and stuff like that. So if you're just doing it for the money wise, it's not gonna come. That takes a while. You know, if you think you're gonna get rich in a couple of years, 5 years, 8 years, that's you in the wrong thing.
That's when any start business.
And I think like like you're saying, like, for anybody starting any business, I think there's a couple of things, and the wise man told me this. He was like, it should have at least 3 things. One, something that you're passionate about, something that you like, right? You like to do it. One, the other one, you have a talent for it. You're kind of good at it, right? Because those are important, because it's going to take you a long time, so you're going to be good at it. And the third, it solves a problem. Like, what problem are you solving for somebody else? Or what need are you filling? And if you have those things, I think that's the foundation. And regardless of what you're doing, you have those as the foundation for success.
And y'all display like the enjoyment behind consumer relations, and then just actually having a team. Like, none of this could be done without the you get what I'm saying? Like, it's just y'all have the setup. Like, you have to have those things. Like, that's the blueprint to it for it to be successful as, you know, GreenWood whiskey.
And I said, like, it's 7 of us. And, you know, you might have one that's gonna be outspoken, you might have one that's gonna sit back and not say nothing. You got one that's gonna be in the behind the scenes making the magic happen.
Which one are you?
No, take a guess. Which one are you thinking? He's the quiet one.
But I'm gonna tell you the funny thing about it though, when KG first came to me about stuff, he didn't want to be the front man. I said, no, you gotta be the front man. He wanted to sit back and not do nothing.
He wanted to be behind the scenes.
I said, no. I said, no, you gotta be the front man.
He didn't want
to. It worked. Everything worked out.
Like, he took on. I appreciate it because he took on that challenge, right? You know what I'm saying? Like everybody know when they see GreenWood, they gonna see the fedora, right?
They gonna see the fedora.
So he owned it. So now it's like, oh yeah,
they expecting it.
If he don't have on a fedora, they gonna be like, like, so I appreciate it. He owned it, you know. I'll tell y'all a funny story, something that you said, right? And maybe Kiera said it, as far as like us always being boots on the ground, right? So it was a time last year, KG was like, man, like, we need to get some other folks in some of the pictures. Somebody at this table was like, there better be some females. We don't need no old guys. Bro, you can't take all the pictures, but you know, but that's, everybody's so passionate, right? So everybody wants to still do their part, no matter what. So that's what's great about it. And like they said, with it being 7 of us, it can be all kind of events, and everybody just make sure they show up where they set up their event and show face and always be a great representation of GreenWood whiskey.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Absolutely. Awesome. So we are at our Life and Questions segment, and I told you guys. Okay, so one of my best friends, she wrote this book. It's called Life and Questions, and she actually turned it into a card game as well. So this is good to get to know your partners, your family, friends. It's good for events and everything because it has so many questions in here that you wouldn't even think about asking a person, to where when you ask that question, you're hearing their opinion to it, and then it's like, man, I never would have thought to ask them that question, but that's something that I really need to know.
Yeah.
So it's just good for everybody. So
Let me take another.
Two questions.
yeah,
So
it's all different types of questions in here, so you never know what you're gonna get. And we're gonna do 3 questions, so each one of you guys will be able to answer one of these questions. And I always like to ask, do you want me to go to the left or the right of the book?
Let's go to the left.
To the left?
Yeah.
Good choice.
All right.
Good choice.
Right side.
Is that right, Sammy? Yeah.
Sounds serious.
Okay, so who's gonna answer the first question? We're gonna.
G.
All right.
Give me the easy one.
Okay, so the first question is, have you ever stalked anyone? And yes, cyber stalking counts.
Stalked.
Yeah.
Yo, don't like I'm stalking, bro. Like, yeah. No, I don't. Cyber stalking counts. I don't think I stalked anyone. Yo. Like, nah, like I haven't. I haven't stalked anyone.
Have you
You
been?
gotta quit laughing.
Have I been stalked? No.
Yes, I have been stalked.
Was it cyber or?
It was 9.
No.
It was
Real
Live in your
It was
face.
real type shit. Yeah.
A Lifetime movie type
Yeah.
stalking?
Yeah, it was one of those.
I was there for it.
But yeah, but I haven't stalked anyone.
Okay.
Nah. I'm sorry.
All right.
You number 2 or me?
Alright, shit, go ahead.
All right, I'm number 2. All right.
Is loyalty the most important thing in a relationship?
Yeah. As far as from our perspective, well, from my perspective as a guy, like, I can't be with no chick that ain't loyal. Like, why? What's the point? You know what I'm saying? Like, if like I said, literally been with them since 1992, through thick and thin, all kind of stuff done happened. You know what I'm saying? So, I can't be with a partner that's not on that same type level. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at.
So so some people say, respect is better than loyalty.
It probably is, but from my perspective, I need you to be loyal. Because if you're loyal, you're not going to really do nothing that's going to disrespect me. So.
Yeah, I think that's one of those you gotta have both.
Yeah.
I want
You gotta have both.
You gotta
You
have
do, but if you are loyal to me, how you going to disrespect me?
I mean, it happens though.
Yeah.
It's people that are
But
loyal
you
and
ain't loyal.
disrespect you.
Because sometimes the disrespect ain't intentional. It's just randomly doing something that's disrespectful.
But then you wasn't loyal. Me and Cuddy had a conversation.
Yeah.
You not loyal if you randomly some kind of way disrespect me. But I get it. I respect both parts, and I get it. Yeah, but
Crossing the line is just crossing the line.
there we go.
We can deal with a little bit, but sometimes it's like, I can't come back.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it's just too much.
Yeah.
It just is like, I can't even forget it.
But how do you know how does somebody know what that line is?
When you cross it, when they
cross it, it's like, you
set your line. You know where your line is.
Yeah, we do set it as a person. You're absolutely right. But after they crossed it, because you didn't have a line, obviously.
Right.
And they crossed it, and then now they know they crossed it. Yeah.
Okay.
Give him some.
Yeah.
You want to go last?
We're going to go back around. So y'all got 6 questions. So we're going to go right back
Just
around.
2 apiece.
Okay.
Like being
I
sweat.
made it.
Right.
That's
Good.
I made it.
I'm nervous.
Okay. Can you date someone with the criminal record.
Got that boy.
Yeah, it depends on what it is. Yeah. You know, I mean, shit, I haven't done shit in my past. So, you know, it depends what the criminal record is.
So where do you draw the line? What is that?
I mean, like, I don't know.
He's at
You
yes.
klepto, like you stealing this shit and everything. You might steal from me. So I mean, like, you know, let me see. What's something to be bad? I don't know. I mean,
Murder. But look,
murder. But murder somebody, they jail. You know what I'm saying? So,
you just said klepto though. What MJG say?
But what? It was still funny. Hey, I'm just saying that.
I'm just saying, but go ahead.
Space Age Pimp. That's the.
I'm just saying.
Y'all young folks. That's Space Age Pimp. MJG 8-ball. So, yeah, I mean, it all depends on what they did. You know, I don't have no problem with that.
I'm glad that you brought that up, and I'm glad that this question came about. Because I was watching an interview, and I want to say David Banner was on The Breakfast Club.
David, yeah.
So he had mentioned that he wouldn't do business with
somebody that would cheat on their wife.
Yes.
I seen that.
Yes.
I seen that.
How do you feel about that?
So, I don't know. Me personally, like, you know, it all depends on the situation. We grew up in a different era. Like, our music was different. Our time frame was different. So, if a person chick, they ain't got nothing to do with me, what you do with your wife or your significant other, whatever like that. If we making money together, we making money together. I don't care what you do on the other side.
Well, I'm just saying, but don't that goes back to the whole loyalty? Like when you married to somebody.
Because everybody have, like, so you might be more focused on this than you on that. So your relationship might not be where you want to be.
Priority number one.
Right, but you over here trying to make that money. So you're going to go get this money. And you might be more loyal to this making this money than you is with your.
I don't think you really like what you saying.
No,
I'm just saying though. I'm just saying everybody have different values. Like so in the military we have 7 army values, right? Mm-hmm. So we live by those 7 army values, right? Everybody don't live by those 7 army values, right? When you're on the outside. So it might be loyalty. It might not be no honor. Cause like loyalty, like I'm gonna be loyal to what I'm doing and trying to get this money, but I'm gonna not be honorable and I'm gonna stick this guy up and try to get over on him, boom, boom. Mm-hmm. So it's all about that person's, you know, what their, you know, how I say, what's their being, what they want, you know, out of whatever they're trying to get. Their why.
Their why.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just in response.
No, I'm just messing.
I don't think anybody's married to someone that they don't know is cheating. They know that already. They just don't know who it is. Everybody, you know, I know some.
So you're saying somebody, so they married.
Knows that they. You don't think you know your man or your woman. You know something's off. I mean, that just comes. You just don't know who it is yet. So you're trying to act like you don't know to find out more information and see what's going on. Everybody knows that.
So that loyalty wouldn't even matter because it's like you already know.
But I do. It's just.
That's a to-be thing.
They know. They just don't know who it is yet.
They don't know who it is.
And they don't find when they find out.
I've never heard it, but I can respect it.
Can you see that?
I can respect
that's something I just kind of concluded lately. I just feel like this is something new. I'm just like.
I ain't never heard it, but I can respect it.
I think that's what it is to me. Yeah.
You're gonna go back to the left side.
Yeah, it's not
So, KG, can you live without a mirror for 30 days?
Absolutely. Hold on.
Hold on.
Alright.
Hey, you gotta make sure that hair's
I cannot live without a mirror for 30. I just gotta check, yo. Just gotta make sure. You know what I'm saying? I gotta check. Yeah. I gotta make sure I'm good. And I'm out here looking crazy. Right. And these dudes my friends, right? So I'll be outside. I can have something on my face. They ain't gonna say nothing. They just gonna laugh and be like, yo, look at me out here looking crazy. You know what I'm saying? So nah, I need that mirror.
Alright.
That quick, that was too easy for that man.
Are you or have you ever been a shit starter?
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. Like so
When it's sports, yeah.
Right. So just you know,
Cowboys fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
So,
don't loyal.
I'm just saying.
Y'all are loyal. You know, my whole family Cowboy fans.
Okay.
They are.
Yeah, we
We
all
locked-
American team.
We locked in. Like, so why would I not? Just like y'all both Pittsburgh fans, right? No, I rock with Pittsburgh. This is my guy, so I rock with him. Man, y'all can't really believe that y'all better.
But we have more Super Bowl rings than y'all.
Thank you.
It's still, even though we both don't have one, right?
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's sleep over them.
We got the most in the NFL.
Can you deal with a woman that has a potty mouth?
Yeah. Oh, that won't me.
They have a potty mouth?
That has a potty mouth.
It depends on where she's directing it to.
Okay.
If she's directing it towards me, no. But she's just talking and saying this and that, that's okay.
No.
But you telling me shut the F up and all type of shit, nah, I don't deal with it.
Okay.
I can't deal with that.
He's a military.
But it's like I said, it's the verbiage. Because you would say a word that means 50 million things, but it's the way you express it and how you say it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if it's directed towards me, then I can't deal with it.
All right. So we're gonna wrap it up, and so I'm real big on mental health.
Mm-hmm.
We have the mental health movement going on, and I tell everybody when people think of mental health, they think of what the doctor diagnosed you with, bipolar, schizophrenia, all this stuff. But we deal with mental health every single day. Work, relationships, family. Sometimes we can put our own self through a mental health crisis. You know, how do you guys balance being entrepreneurs? How do you balance your mental health? What do you do to make sure that mentally you stay in tune to where you can focus and be successful every day?
So I do a couple of things, and I've been like, first of all, being an entrepreneur is a roller coaster. You are gonna be stressed the hell out, not sleeping at night. Like that comes with the territory.
Yes.
Like there's a lot of, and I know there's a lot of people that just glamorize it, and there are some glamorous things, but that's not, the majority of it is not that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like what I've learned, a couple of things. Ashwagandha. Ashwagandha is a herb. I take that, like that kind of keeps me calm. You know what I'm saying? And like I work out and just taking a walk. Like I started walking, it just changed my life with not even listening to no music, no. I just go out there and walk, just be outside.
With nature.
Exactly, being one with nature.
Yes.
And I meditate too, so I'm big into like all of that. So like I meditate every day. And I go walk, work out, that type of stuff helps balance me out because everything else is like crazy.
Yeah.
So, go ahead. So we all play ball, we play basketball. That's how we always connected, throughout the years and stuff like that. So putting it on the court and, just putting it out there and letting it go, whatever I had going on that day and stuff like that, I just leave it on the court and stuff like that. Other thing, I just put on his ass. I just put on him. I let him worry about that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Let him take his walk.
Yeah. That's why you see what
I call him complaining about the stuff. Hey man, you know that. And KD did this too, so we bent. No, but as far as sports and stuff like that, that's one thing that we always did growing up. Throughout the years that we put it on, and that's what I do. Stuff like that.
Yeah, I think mine is a combination of both. So even at this time in our life, me and him still hoop on Tuesdays, sometimes Thursdays. I also walk, so just figuring out, like sometimes the hooping ain't help.
Yeah.
Like, even though I had a good time and it was like, but sometimes, because hooping is like the guys get together. It's like like everybody get to talk about their week and everybody's venting, but I didn't probably get to vent how I wanted to vent.
Yeah.
So like every day, like I walk probably at like 10:30. I walk for like 15 minutes. At about 3:30 I walk for like I do it every day. So just like you said, being one with nature. Because even though I say I'm from Atlanta, like all my summers are spent in the country part of Texas.
Right.
So that's like enjoyable for me, right? So those two things, like, so just a combination of what they both said, like that's what.
And we conversate. We talk
Oh
amongst
yeah,
each other.
and we
Yeah.
talk all the time.
We all vent to each other.
That's
you know.
good. Yeah.
We
Like,
vent to each
You need
other.
that outlet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I said, like a lot of people, especially men, can't say they have people to talk to, right? So I know for a fact, I've known them so long, I can call them and talk to them about anything.
Yeah.
It's gonna be no judgment. It's gonna be,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like, okay, I got you. Like, and if I need to move in a certain way, they gonna let me know. Like, okay, well, you probably was tripping like this. Like,
Right.
move this way, and we can, you know. So I have that as well. So yeah.
And that's so important, especially in going back to having, you know, people that you can express to and talk to. And then going back to the whole nature thing, like sometimes you just need to cut everything
Everybody off.
out.
Everything, everybody
You know what I'm
off,
saying? And just being able to listen and hear the wind and the whatever little animals out there that's, you know, the birds, the crickets. That's right.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he can't cut that out. He hasn't had his phone on. I had to better reach him in 24 hours. So he can't cut his phone out. He can't cut his phone out.
But you're right though, because like I think my personal theory, I don't think like as humans the brain was meant to be stimulated all the time.
Right.
Now with social media,
Think it's even more stimulating. Wake up and think.
yeah,
If you
it's like,
think, and
you don't have no time.
it seems like we all come from the same era. Like if you think back in the day, we used to go outside and play. I come from where you used to be in the house when it stopped. When the light was on,
Come on.
we was able to go
We
play,
played.
skate,
And
play ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was always outside.
Outside.
Right,
So
right.
it's funny that you said that, right? So, you know, as we've gotten older, like my oldest son, he's in college now. Like he starts next week. I used to always talk to him because he would ask, like, because he always talk about these two, like, how is y'all so locked in with basketball? I'm like, bro, we didn't have no phone. Like,
Right.
we ain't had nothing to do. We finna go play basketball. We gonna,
Right.
hey, we don't want to play over here. We're gonna go to somebody else's neighborhood. Oh, we don't play over there. We're gonna go across the, like, we didn't have all this stimulation that they have. So
Yeah.
it's so different for them. So that's part of the thing why we gotta take these walks, trying to
Yes.
figure out
Yeah.
how to assist them with them not wanting to get off the phone. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
And I'm so happy my 11-year-old, like, she, all day long, she, can I go outside? Yes, go.
Oh, that's
go
a beautiful
outside.
thing.
Yes,
Yeah,
she loves to
yeah.
ride bikes, skate,
Yeah.
like, and that's the stuff that I used to do outside.
Yeah.
Like, yes,
Yeah.
go outside.
You have an amazing job.
Yes.
Because I have a 13-year-old daughter that, no, she's not going out there to skate. Oh, Dad, can you drop me off at the mall? What?
No, it's hot out there. Ain't doing it.
No, she
Yeah,
literally was like today, like, hey, I was like, what you gonna do next year? Both of your brothers are gonna be in college. She was like, oh, I'm just gonna be out. Out like what? Like, I'm gonna be at my friend's house. I'm gonna be at the mall. Oh, okay, hey, all right, well, hey.
Yeah, it's definitely, it's so important. Well, I thank you guys for coming out.
Hey, we appreciate you.
Yes.
No, thank you for
Yes.
having us. Thank you for
Yes.
having us. We truly, truly appreciate it. It means a lot. For those of y'all who are watching, GreenWood Whiskey on Instagram, Facebook, GreenWoodWhiskey.com, on what everywhere you want to go, social media is GreenWood Whiskey. And you could go to your local store. We're in over 350 locations, Atlanta Metro. If you live in Dallas, Houston, you can go to your store, get it there, go to Total Wine. If you're in Virginia, go to your store and get it in Virginia. Oklahoma, go to your store, get it in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
If you're not in one of those states, go to our website, order, and we're going to ship you a bottle.
And if you can't get it, you call me. 706-289-2943.
What's the website?
GreenWoodWhiskey.com.
GreenWoodWhiskey.com. Order yours today. Get ready for the holidays that's coming up. But just, I mean, if you're a whiskey drinker, and even if you don't drink whiskey, at least try it. You will not be disappointed at all. And thank you so much for joining Comfortable Conversations TV. Make sure you guys follow us on all of the social media outlets. You know what it is: YouTube, IG, Facebook, TikTok, all that good stuff. Thank you guys so much for coming in. I really appreciate y'all. I support the movement. I mean, maybe you know me. I may need to be my sponsor.
Hey,
something like
hey,
that.
hey, hey,
You know what I'm saying? Let's get this all rolling.
You like it?
Going on.
All right,